you're in the right place, and that's listening to us. This is the Twisted Cupid podcast. We are live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Give us your comments. Give us your questions. We are taking ridiculous dating questions from wild animals on Reddit and from you guys, man. If you have questions to write in, write them to twistedcupidpodcast@gmail.com, or even better, write them live in the chat every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. We're going to take some questions real quick, but first let's introduce our guests and say hello to my co-host, the one, the only, Amy Lizska. How's it going, Amy?
It's going great. Great. Thank you for asking.
Nice.
What did I do today? Oh, nothing.
There you go. So that's your day's going pretty good,
It's
relaxing.
great. Yeah.
When it's this goddamn cold out, you want to be doing nothing.
Yeah.
When you've done nothing on a nice summer day, you've wasted a summer day. When you've done nothing on a cold winter day, you've stayed warm the whole time.
I know. I do feel like we do have beach weather compared to the rest of the country, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm from Iowa. It was negative 13.
Yeah, and it's like got up to 33 degrees here today.
Yeah, there's times when I'm like, I kind of miss Iowa for the low prices and the big houses and stuff, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's cold as fuck there. It's cold as fuck, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be because it's not further north than here. You literally, to get to my hometown, you just take Interstate 80 and drive west for 18 hours. It's not any further north or south, but God hates it. So it gets way colder in the winter and way hotter in the summer. It's fucking awful there. But let me introduce our two guests. First up, he is a returning guest, a hilarious stand-up comic, the one, the only Mr. Paul Dagliolo. Thank you for being back on the show.
How we doing?
Doing great, man. Thank you for being here. Tell them where they can find you.
Thanks for having me. You can't find me. I like to hide.
There we go.
Paul D Comedy on Instagram and all that fun stuff. TikTok. Do I post a lot of TikToks? Not at all.
No, I noticed that today.
But I got one solid one. I got one solid one.
Sometimes one solid TikTok is all it takes. And then you never have to post on TikTok.
By the time I get into it, there'll be a new one, new AI one.
How many likes did you get? Is that
A few.
a few?
Did okay.
Okay.
I did, yeah. Go check it out on TikTok. It's the 5 types of person in a Zoom meeting. Ooh. I did it during the
there you
pandemic.
go.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice and topical. Nice and relevant.
There you go.
Yeah. Pandemic
All my
humor.
personalities in one.
But let me introduce our second guest. She is another hilarious stand-up comic, a first-time guest to the Twisted Cupid podcast, the one, the only, Hetty Ra. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Hey!
Thank you.
Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Hetty is Ready, Hetty Ra on YouTube.
Or Hetty Ra on YouTube. Look her up. She is hilarious. And without further ado, let me first just say, shout out to everybody in the chat right now. We got Matt in the chat. He says, Matt on YouTube says mescaline. He says, I miss Iowa for the cold and Nazi regalia. Yeah, I mean, they make good schnitzel, I mean, what about the good things they do?
Was the Nazi in Iowa?
They kind of were all over.
Yeah, they're kind of all over, But even it's the Midwest. Even the Nazis are polite. Let's be honest,
They're reformed.
Yeah, they throw a Zieg sorry. It's a different kind of vibe out there. But anyway, without further ado, are you guys ready to start this podcast?
Oh, yeah.
All right. First question on the Twisted Cupid podcast. If you guys got questions, write them into twistedcupidpodcast@gmail.com, or even better, write them in the chat live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Let's take our first one from the wild animals on Reddit.
Okay, so full disclaimer, this first one is pretty long, but... Oh, wait, we didn't play the theme song.
Oh, I'm remixing it. I'm gonna get with Joel. I'm gonna get with Joel after this.
All right, Joel.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
We'll have these talks after the show next time.
Sorry.
That's how the sausage is made. Sometimes live on the show. But shout out to Joel. He says got up to almost 32 degrees today. Stopped snowing after 7 inches. Now we have freezing rain. God damn! Like that's the worst. Is like snow is not so bad.
7 inches.
But like it's when it's almost snow. That it's even fucking worse, man. But yes. I was doing a live remix of the intro, but I was like, no more with that. But I'm gonna Joel, we'll chat after the podcast. For right now, let's take our first question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Full disclaimer. Okay, so the theme of this podcast are rules are meant to be broken, but this first question was very long. I cut it down. It's still a long question. So if there's any missing parts, just ask me. But it's nothing's
I'll do my
missing.
It's okay. I have hard seltzer to drink it.
I have hard seltzer and ADHD.
Yes.
so-
Okay. The first question. I slept with my ex who's married, who made me think I had a chance with her.
There you
So,
go.
I'm a 31-year-old male, and my ex from 10 years ago, who is now 28-year-old female. We had a toxic relationship, but the love was real. I eventually moved away, and we drifted apart, remaining friends, and checked on each other from time to time. She lives 7 hours away, has 2 kids, and is married. This ship has sailed long ago. That's what I told myself. But then our friendly conversations started to shift. She apologized for being so awful to me while we were together. I did the same. She also told me that she was sorry that she didn't have kids with me and that she thought I was a great father, which made me tear up a bit.
Oh, what a wuss.
He's not married, by the way. He just has a kid. So, she...
If my ex said that to me, I'd be like, it's because you only date losers, Linda. You date fucking losers. They're nothing next to me.
She then told me about how her and her husband had tried polyamory, and it did not go well.
They fucked octopuses?
As someone who is not opposed to it, but also never tried polyamory, I was clueless as to how it even worked. Yet, she was convinced I would be perfect for it. Our conversations moved into sexting and much self-reflecting, and I came to the realization that I don't think I ever got over her, and told her this. To my surprise, my ex admitted that she had never stopped thinking about me through all the years that she had been with her husband, and that she is still in love with me. She wanted me to be a polyamorous relationship with me. I was over the moon joy at the idea. I immediately started expanding my knowledge of polyamory. I wanted this to work, even if it meant I only got a piece of her time. However, when she told her husband, he was furious about the idea and demanded that we stop talking to each other. She then said she was going to divorce him and move in with me instead. So she moved in with her friend. I didn't have much empathy for her husband, how she had told me stories of him being away for months for work, leaving her to raise the kids, and never seemed to plan anything for them. She decided to come visit me over Thanksgiving weekend, and we took a trip out and then I took a trip out to her the weekend of Christmas Eve. I showered her with gifts, affection, and I couldn't have been happier. Then devastation. After Christmas, she no longer wanted to divorce her husband, and we are in a hiatus with no contact while she tries to repair her marriage. I'm expecting her to hear from her in March as we had plans, but now it's obviously up in the air. She still wants a polyamorous relationship with me, and she told me her husband, who now is apparently okay with maybe the idea of having it. I'm still okay with it, but a bit bitter after getting my hopes up after everything that had happened. The final detail is of my ex mental diagnosis: borderline personality disorder. I took the time to read up on a few days after I got the news that she was staying married.
What if she's got schizophrenia? He's already having a threesome every time they do it. What is this?
There are many facets to it, but the relevant one to the story is impulse control. She has an incredibly difficult time on acting on urges and not acting on urges, which explains all of a sudden the rash decisions, even back and forth with when we were dating. She's going to therapy for it and is learning how to have more control. But this begs a question: am I just the trigger for her BPD? She says that her BPD causes her to switch with her loves between her and her husband and go back and forth. Am I wrong for sleeping with her while she was still married, even though I was under the impression that she was getting a divorce? All right, that's it.
I'm not a cheater. It's a mental disorder.
You should have warned me that this was like the SATs or something. Holy shit.
Sorry,
There's a lot going on there. A lot going on there.
I apologize.
No. I love reading comprehension.
For only 3 people, it felt like there was a whole football team's worth of storyline going on there.
All right, you got this. You got this.
I got it.
You got all the
Yeah,
bullets.
here's what I know. don't get married ever.
Sure. Yeah.
And
You're the only non-married person here.
That's true. Don't tell my girlfriend. And because it's where do you unpack? I mean, he says, I realized I had feelings for her. Oh, after she started hitting on you? Is that when you realized you still had feelings for her when she threw herself at you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you can't trust anybody.
Well, also
either of them.
I want to point out
All their personalities.
she's just okay. This polyamory, I feel like all three people need to be on the same page. First of all, he's supposed to like the husband as well, and he seems to hate the husband, but still wants to share the same wife. And at the same,
Ew.
and wants nothing to do with the husband, but
Ew.
also, but what I'm saying too is that I don't even think the husband's ever been in polyamory. It seems like he's just not into it.
He's new.
He was like, Polly, what?
Well, yeah, it just
The hell
seems
is
like
it?
she was just like trying to convince both the
Is that a
guys
cheese?
that they're into polyamory, you know. And
You want me to fuck a parrot?
And this is the same thing too. I don't like it when one girl is trying to find two dudes to like each other. It's like all three have to be on the same page to like each
Of course.
other. Like
yeah.
you can't just
it's
be
a power
like,
trip.
I choose you and I choose you, and you guys have to work it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Unless you're hot.
I just think cucks have become too mainstream.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks that all men are just going to want to watch their woman.
Right.
with
Your
another
Honor,
man.
let the record show my client's side piece was hot. He should still get half the shit.
I don't know.
Also, like, the BPD,
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, that was.
that's so white.
That's so
BPD
white?
the
Yeah.
bipolar shit. Yeah. That's
Oh,
white
yeah,
people shit,
That's a
Asians.
sure.
white thing.
Asians don't believe in that shit.
No,
Are you
nobody does
serious?
except white people. Yeah.
Are you? Wait, my mind's exploding.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah,
it's
dude.
just you guys.
It's nonsense that therapists have convinced white people to sell us pills. And,
Yes!
and we
Kanye.
pay
and
them
pay money.
Yeah, we
for
pay
them to talk.
for them to talk and say that no, I'm not a dick who's cheating on my husband. I'm
Yes.
BPD. I'm not a hooer. I'm BPD. That's different. I was born like this. I was born fucking dudes that ate my husband.
Wow.
It's
So you're
clinically
saying-
speaking, I'm in the right here.
So you're saying people are just assholes?
Yes.
and they're not.
Oh, there's
But if
a
you pay
slew
enough
of
money-
reasons. Like, wait, what people like?
Just people who say that they have BPD.
Yes,
Oh, like white people?
100%.
Assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be
And
a
Kanye.
It could be a mirror.
Yeah, it's
Don't
white
forget
people and
Kanye.
Kanye. Yeah. Yeah.
It's delusional, maybe, or it's an excuse, or stupid.
Do you believe that it really honestly doesn't exist?
No, I'm Americanized enough.
You're like, give me my pills.
Yes.
I still believe it doesn't exist.
Oh, word?
I'm not Americanized. Yeah, I think it's bullshit.
hells yeah.
I think it's bullshit.
So you're Asian on the
Half
inside.
Yeah, dude. I am. I'm a closeted Asian. I don't believe in any of this fucking nonsense. I don't believe in any of this nonsense.
What
I
about
say
you? Wait, sorry.
you're not bipolar disorder. It's time to fucking study and do your goddamn math homework.
No, I
That's
think
what I
it-
say.
You sound like my dad.
That's right. Oh, you're
my
bipolar.
God.
That's why you got to see. Fuck you. Back of my hand.
That's what my
Yeah.
dad
Uh-huh.
said.
Goddamn right.
Is Jake your dad?
I
think
am
it
pro
exists.
Hetty's dad on this one.
I think it exists, but just in a lot smaller percentage than people that claim to be. I think a lot of people use it as a cop out.
It's over-indexed for sure.
Yeah. I think the real people, they're in the homes and the
Listen.
asylums.
If I cheat, it's because I'm having a bad day. All right, you guys.
Yeah.
Just you guys gotta respect that.
Free
all
will.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's got free will is this fucking camera. It started moving and doing its own thing.
It did?
I've been dicking
I
around
think
with it
it's
this
been
whole
looking
time.
great.
It's
really?
it's doing like an auto move thing. I have that feature turned off. It's got bipolar disorder. This fucking camera.
White people.
It's
That's-
got
you sound
yeah.
so white.
Dude, my
Such a
camera's
white
white as
camera.
fuck today.
Dude,
It's doing its
my
own
God.
thing and just
You
blending
gotta
acronyms.
got Samsung. That's too
That's
white.
right.
good now.
That's right.
I think
I got a goddamn camera that it's called Obasat. It's an acronym. It's
white.
another It's
That's
it's
so
just
white.
some-
It's got
a white
BPD.
therapist. That's right.
Oh
It's a
my
white
God, so white.
It's a white therapist acronym.
Oh my God.
That's the name of this camera.
Well, while you're messing around with the camera, Joel said they only have sex around the troops. Wait, that's polyamory. I don't know. He says his advice is to just hit it one more time and then run. But
That's not bad.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
good advice.
One for each personality?
Yeah,
And
bro.
then-
So twice. You
And
get
then
two.
Matt just says, "So gay, so cheating." So gay, so cheating.
I like it. See, the thing is because we know polyamorous people. We've had them on the podcast. We have many friends of the podcast that are
And
polyamorous.
guess what? everyone's on the
yes,
same page.
everyone's on the same
and
page.
they all know each other.
And polyamory is 3 people that are in a polyamorous thing. It's not one lady going, this is polyamory. And he's like, you're fucking your ex? Like, it's just not, that's not how polyamory works. That's called cheating, dummy. That's not BPD. That's not polyamory. That's you being a cheating twat. That's what that is. It's you being mean and fucking a guy who's not your husband, even though he wasn't polyamory until you'd fucked your ex twice already. That's not, this is crazy. This woman is insane. This is why I don't like therapists, because they convince people that are paying them money that all of their problems are completely external and they are not to blame for any of it. Yeah. And they're going to keep doing it because you're going to keep paying them more to tell you, no, it's not your fault. Well, it's because your dad was a dick to you once and didn't take you to baseball. That's why you're cheating on all your fucking wives. And that's why you're hitting your kids. It's because of the lack of Little League games that your dad took you to when you were 7. And they'll tell you all kinds of bullshit.
My favorite excuse is like, oh, your brain is wired that way.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like,
and actually, not only is it wired that way, where's my blazer with the shoulder patches, the elbow patches? It's not wired that way. What that is that's LCSM. It's light symmetrical. Here's a pill and give me money. That's what the fuck they do. That's all therapy.
The template.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should be therapists for white people and take all
Yes. I love white people.
Have you guys ever been to therapy?
Somebody goes like, hey, I'm really depressed. Like, I lost my job. Have you tried polyamory?
Yeah.
Take a pill.
I think you're bipolar. Take my pill.
No, I
Go
will
fuck
say,
3
I
people.
went to therapy just to honestly talk, and she offered me drugs right away.
Yeah.
And then she
Pill push
number.
basically started to kind of try to get rid of me because she thought I just wanted the prescription.
Like normal people?
I never took the prescription, and she hated that I just wanted to talk, and she always tried to get me out of the office.
Nerd.
She canceled so many of my appointments. She actually jumped me slowly.
Dude, no one.
You got
no
broken
one
up
has-
with by your therapist.
I've never heard such rejection.
Yeah,
from a therapist.
and she, I never.
They're
took
drug
the,
dealers,
I
that's
never
why.
took the pills, and she was so annoyed with me. And it's like, oh God, I have to actually listen to this.
Wait,
girl.
so what drug was it? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Yeah.
She didn't even get that far. I would shut her down right away. She was like, there's medication for this, and I was like, basically into the first sentence of my biography.
Your therapist is using peer pressure, like, oh, you too scared of an orange bottle, huh? Little Mormon princess doesn't want to take my drugs. It's like, therapist, why do you have a fur pimp coat on? What the fuck? Why are you dressed like the guy from Superfly? You're a drug dealer. This is bullshit. Why are you throwing weird acronyms at me and drugs? This is nonsense. Am I really that white? Do I need to go get a fucking spray tan before I come in here? Why do you think I'll fall for this shit? Yeah.
Oh my God. So yeah. I don't know what's his question is. I think it gets so lame near the end. It's like he has this. It's a dramatic thing. He's like, "Am I wrong for sleeping with a married man?" I mean,
yes.
a married woman. He never got to the man yet.
Yeah, you didn't get to the married man yet.
I don't think the married man really knows or wants anything to do with him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like,
he does something so important where he's away for months at a time. So he doesn't know what polyamory is. He thinks it's a cheese or something.
He's like, well, I've been cheating on you, so yeah, do whatever you want.
you got polyamory. Don't they have glasses that can fix that now? I mean, you can get LASIK for that these days, right?
Or drugs.
But it's like he's so depressed. It's like he wants this non-relationship thing to work out. The crazy thing is he dated her 10 years ago and described the relationship as very toxic but true love, and still is going back to it and thinking that, oh, this can still work after it's like you see the toxicity still coming out.
He's such a bitch.
He's a bitch-ass bitch.
I agree.
Any therapist worth his weight in salt would call this guy a bitch and tell him to get out of his office.
His final, like, okay, what does he want from us? He wants to know, am I wrong for sleeping with her while she's married, even though I was under the impression that they were divorcing? So, yeah, because you're an idiot.
No, shut up.
This guy's dumb.
I don't know. And the thing is also, they
What's the
live
acronym for
7
dumb?
hours away. He's doing this even without consistent pussy.
What?
Like
How ugly is he in your mind?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm picturing sort of like a young, sexy Danny DeVito, like in
Really?
like in Taxi. You
Really?
know? I'm picturing Danny
Really?
DeVito Taxi.
No.
He
No.
he could get it.
Okay,
in taxi.
No.
is this sad? Maybe this is what, every single person that I read on Reddit, I think that they're very attractive. Like, I just assume they
Really?
are.
Oh,
You're so positive.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I assume they're broken. Why are you sharing any of this with the
Definitely
Why
public?
are you a bitch?
Why are you telling the world you're a bitch?
Only time I assume they're hot is when some other person in the question is putting up with way too much of their shit. I think the lady in this question is hot as fuck. I think the dudes both look like Danny DeVito.
Guys, there's an open mic for this.
She has to be somewhat good looking. He's willing to share with
That's what
her
I'm saying.
husband.
He drove
And a
and he-
toxic.
yeah.
Something's good.
Dude,
Either she's good in bed, something's up where he's addicted.
She's good looking. Even if she was single right now and made him his favorite comfort food every time he went there, he drove 7 hours every time he hit it. You know what I mean? Like, even without any of the married, polyamory, BDSM, LMNOQ, whatever that fucking acronym
They
was.
used to be sexting a lot. They were sexting.
Yeah, no, that's but they were sexting, and you're not doing all that for somebody who's not hot. You're just not doing it.
Joel says, dude looks like Quasimodo with acne.
Nice.
There's no bell towers anymore, so I
And-
just work at
Prepubescent.
Walgreens.
And Matt said, is there any kids involved? Of course there are.
Yeah, everybody
man.
has kids. Another red flag. No, they all have kids.
Yeah.
None of them, I think, look after any of them.
It's when there's kids involved with everybody and none of them are in healthy relationships. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here, people?
They're going to
Like,
be
you're gonna-
comedians.
Yeah, you're gonna raise these kids to tell dick jokes
thanks
for
for raising
drink
comedians.
tickets.
Well, okay, so one of the parts that I took out was that the reason why she wanted to get back with her husband was also not only for the kids,
Yeah.
but because she didn't want to leave, like she didn't want to travel and leave and go 7 hours away from the kids. And she was like, and she
Right.
was worried about like that she wouldn't get custody of the kids because who would give the judge would give like a mom like her.
Yeah.
Dude, she must look like Christina Ricci in Black Steak Moan. You know what I mean? Like, she's gotta be
I'm
just
not white
so
enough to get this
smoking
reference.
hot.
I just heard
Yeah.
Christina Ricci, and I went,
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Uh-huh.
I never saw the movie.
Yeah.
but-
Wednesday. She played
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
She was
but like
in
grown
Addams
up.
Family.
Grown up.
Okay.
I just want to make, for the record, grown up, not Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wow, he likes some young.
I liked her in
No.
Casper when she was 12.
Wait, she was
But she
literally-
looked at least 15.
She was literally like
Shout
8
out, she got
when
a cameo
played
in the new
Wednesday.
one.
Does she?
She got a cameo. She plays the older woman with
that's
glasses.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Christina Ricci. I hope you
Christina
follow
Ricci
the, I
grew
like
up
the
to be
podcast.
hot. Yeah.
Wait,
It was-
are you trying to promote like people
Yeah, I
to
want
pay?
Christina Ricci to
Yeah, so we'll pay you, and then can you do a cameo for our podcast?
I'd chip in. Pay Christina Ricci.
Do you have BPD?
Yeah, dude, that's a BPD move. Take our pills and give us money.
I don't know. Is there any final advice?
Before we do final advice, I'm behind on some comments. Joel on YouTube says best advice is run, hit it first, then run. Do not have a relationships with her. Also, don't give her your credit card. Oh yeah, she has done a number on dudes' credits. I can tell you that much about this lady for sure. And then blamed another therapy acronym on it.
She's mad at her husband for always working and having to leave her with the kids, and then
He's got a full-time job.
well,
He's mentally
also
abusing me.
she's always been like a housewife too, and she's mad about that.
Oh, Christ.
So I don't know.
You know, I heard the cure to being a housewife is getting a job because it's 2023, and you're
No,
not going to.
2024.
Oh shit, is it?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's 1 year later. Even that means we're even more into the future than I thought we were. There's no
Space
dude.
robots.
Let me tell you. I'm a housewife. There's nothing I can do about it. Like, listen, if you walked into a place right now and some guy in a suit dressed like he's a madman going, we don't hire dames for this job. See, you'll never have to work again because you'll settle for millions. Okay, you can get a job now. So stop with this. Well, I have to be. I'm forced in the kitchen. Oh, is he fucking tying you in there? I think not. You
2
don't wanna work.
words. OnlyFans. That's your future, lady.
Dude, this lady, I hate this lady. She doesn't want
me
to
too.
work,
I hate
but
her.
she wants to. She wants to have the control as if she's bringing in 75% of the income. That's her.
Exactly.
That's her. She's awful, and she wants to fuck her ex, and
Yeah.
she wants to pretend to be polyamorous for a guy who she's married to who doesn't know what that word means.
Hey, you know how
She's the
cheating's
worst.
bad? You know how hooking up with men you think is bad? Let's all hook up with my ex, man.
Right.
Who's going to say yes to that?
Jerry Springer.
According to my therapist, Jerry Springer, I have a disorder.
Matt wants to know: does these people have poly kids?
Cute.
Anyways,
That's right. Polly wants a cracker, and so does this lady's therapist, because the cracker ladies give you money for pills. That's what we've learned
Good
on this
Nirvana song.
podcast.
Does anyone
right.
have like actual advice for this person?
let's
Oh,
see,
like
this
real
guy-
advice?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
final
have
advice,
some
final
respect for
advice.
yourself.
Oh, fuck.
That's all I had.
Oh man.
Just like, stop.
Yeah. What Hetty said.
Please.
Run, stop.
All right.
Stop, drop, and roll.
My final advice is going to have to be you tell her you're on your way, and then call her 6.5 hours later and be like, actually, it turns out I didn't leave at all. I got a disorder too. It's called fuck you. And you make up your own bullshit therapy terms, and you throw it right back in her face, man. She deserves it.
All right.
All right, next question. Oh, the Twisted Cupid Podcast. If you guys have questions to write in, write them to twistedcupidpodcast@gmail.com, or even better, write them live in the chat every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. For right now, we're going to take our next question from the wild animals on Reddit.
All right. My high school crush wants my baby, but I slept with her without telling her I've been snipped. I'm a 30.
See, that's a lie I can get behind.
I'm a 37-year-old male. I'm a single father with a 9-year-old girl. She is my pride and joy, and the only one I will ever have since I've been snipped a few years ago.
Snipped. I just think it's.
Snip's
I
funny.
just like the term.
I don't really tell people about it. It's my own business. Not that I don't want any more children. I just don't want any more baby mamas. Hey, okay,
yeah,
fair
dude.
enough.
That's on you, though.
Someone has to be the mama.
You control that one without surgery, buddy. But okay.
Yeah. This guy doesn't have the technology to pull out. He just can't figure it out. Yeah, he's got BPD. Makes him finish inside every time. His therapist said so.
So he actually names this girl Maggie, who's a 37-year-old female, has been a crush of mine for the past 20 plus years.
You know, with a name like Maggie, she is not into polyamory. She wants babies, dude.
She's unmarried, no children, and works as a gymnast instructor, which keeps her fit.
Fuck yeah,
She's
dude.
just as beautiful as the girl I fawned over in high school. I've moved away while
Ew,
she
he said
stayed.
fond. I don't like that term, though. It's no snipped, I'll tell you that.
Snipped, fawn. What other vocabulary is coming out of here? I don't know. Such a writer. I moved away while she stayed in our hometown, but we've kept in touch and have grown to be really good friends. She adores my daughter and comments frequently on how my daughter has grown in the years. A couple years back, I admitted to my crush that about how I feel as a mature enough that I wouldn't be embarrassed about it. But I don't know. I'm getting lost with what he's saying. Okay, but she took it well, but she never pursued anything from it. That was until last Christmas. My daughter and I flew home to spend the holidays with my family. Maggie saw that I was in town on social media and messaged me. We made a date for lunch when my parents were available to watch my daughter. We met at a coffee shop, and she threw her arms around me. High school me would have felt a little tight in the pants, but I just hugged her back.
Luckily, I'm flaccid. They snip too much.
Coffee turned into dinner, turned into drinks. In the middle of drinks, the conversation turned intimate. She finally blurted out, "Put a baby in me." In between giggles and I laughed along. I took it and as an invite back to her place, where we eventually ended up. I introduced Maggie to my daughter, and they hit it off really well. I definitely felt this could sprout into a full relationship. My daughter insisted that we should date, and that and as most of my time revolves around work and being a full-time father.
I hate this guy. This all sounds like a glass is half full kind of problem. Is he just bragging to us right now?
She supported me pursuing Maggie. Okay, so that's basically it. She supported me pursuing Maggie. We split the week between my hotel and her place. I flew back thinking we were going to be a thing for good. Last week, she called me sad, telling me that she wasn't pregnant. I asked if wasn't that a good thing? Not getting pregnant at the beginning of a relationship? She broke down and confessed that her biological clock was ticking and she just wanted to get pregnant.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
She chose me because of how beautiful my daughter is.
Oh my God.
And
Whoa.
but wasn't
That's
going.
fucking
But
weird,
it was okay
right?
if she wasn't going to raise
That's
our child.
weird.
It's so BPD.
That's BPD as fuck. I know I said it didn't exist a little bit ago. I take back all that shit I said.
Okay.
She's patient zero for BPD.
She chose me because of how beautiful my daughter is, but wasn't going to make me raise our child if I didn't want to. She has no intention for a relationship. Am I the asshole for not telling her about my procedure and I can't have a baby?
Dude, this lady is fucking nuts. She's
The
gonna
hell?
murder you. She's gonna murder. Don't you ever tell her that you got snipped. She will kill you. You will be standing over. She will, if you tell her, like, listen, I didn't want to tell you before, but I got snipped. I'm glad we could have this conversation. And I could be honest. She's going, that's okay. That's okay. No big deal. I'm not hurt. No, I'm not hurt. Take another sip of your drink, and then you're gonna sip it, and then you're gonna feel yourself get a little woozy, and then you're just gonna go thunk. You're gonna wake up, and you are gonna be strapped to a bed while she's standing there with a sledgehammer and a board between your feet, like Kathy Bates in Misery, and she's gonna fuck
Reverse
you up.
it herself.
Yeah.
She's gonna reverse the snip job herself.
She's
She's
gonna
doing an extra snip.
Yeah, Do you like
my
getting
God.
snipped? Do you? I'm doing it with trimming shears. I'm doing it with fucking landscaping materials. And she's gonna yeah.
I'm getting incest vibes.
Incest vibes?
Yeah.
Like you think it's one of those
Incest?
things?
What?
It was weird.
You think she's being like arranged married to another one of her cousins?
No,
She's
that
like,
because she about like the reason why, like, because your daughter's beautiful.
because your daughter's beautiful. Yeah, it's a
guess
real like
a
this. I
gene
think
thing.
she wants this guy's
It's
genetics.
weird.
I think she's definitely weird. Like she's really weird and Asperger's-y for sure.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
because
Does she
There's
know
more.
that she's a whole other
Yeah.
person and the genetics could come out way different?
right, it's this thing of like. I'm just gonna fuck a dude because he had a cute kid with somebody else. That could be that other lady he had the kid with. You know what I mean? Like that. You don't know that that's gonna work that way with you, for one thing, and for another, it's just such a weird way to pick a partner. It's just one of those things to where it's like, what are you, a squirrel? What are you, an animal in the wild? What are you, just sort of like, I'm
is
a
Reddit.
peacock and I fuck guys with good feathers. You know?
So what
Like,
do you
it's
guys think
just-
she looks like in your mind?
A little fit. Right,
Well, she's a gymnast instructor,
She's a
yeah.
gymnast
Okay.
instructor, so fit.
She's definitely fit. but-
She's definitely blondish, reddish hair. Maybe light brown.
Yeah.
So she's white.
A little, yeah, she's white, but a little, she's like,
Oh,
she
yeah.
looks good, but a little mess. She's a little bit of a mess.
She's a
Oh.
mess. Yeah,
She's a
in
mess.
the face, specifically the eyes.
And the hormones are raging. She needs a
hormones
kid.
are raging all the time. It's like there's no PMS with her because every day of the month she's a little fucking off.
She said, "Put a kid in me" on the first date, but
a
like
kid in me.
that's like
Yeah.
you think it's like a cute little haha.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go hook
It's-
up.
but she's
crazy.
Yeah.
She said, "I need
Uh-huh.
a kid now."
And,
like
and
she's
she,
like a
she laughed. She
deranged
laughed, but
scientist.
you could tell in her eyes she was just sort of like. Like it was
fact
one of
that
those
she was
laughs.
upset.
It was one of those laughs.
on the first shot.
Yeah.
that it
Uh-huh.
didn't work.
I think, dude, I'm telling you, she like really nice body on this lady.
She's pretty
nice
hot.
face too, but she doesn't blink a lot. You know what I mean? Like
Dead
the
eyes.
eyes
All right.
are. You look into her eyes, you're like something's off here. There's some uncanny valley shit. I don't know if she's a robot. I don't know if she's actually BPD and not just a sad white girl saying that to blame it all on all the problems.
I think Joel makes an extremely good point. Do you want to read it, Jake? If
Yeah.
Maggie ignored him.
Yes. Joel on YouTube says, if Maggie ignored him in school, I recommend practiced. Don't tell her he snipped until the head cheerleader finally comes around. That's
No,
right.
but it's true. Why didn't they ever have anything in high school? Because
Yeah.
she was saying no to him. She was using him as a backup. There's
That's
another
right.
there's other people
Yeah.
that she kept dating.
There was she was
Because
like,
she's hot.
She's hot.
She's hot.
And she was like, I really want to sleep with Gabe, but Ryan has a cute sister, and I think that's good genetics. So I'm gonna fuck Ryan for his seed, you know? And that's just because that's a weird thing to where it's like he's got a hot daughter.
Yeah.
I want a
It's
hot
like
kid
you're
in
cute,
me.
but
Like,
let me
it's
see
just a
pictures of your
weird-
family. What does your
Yeah.
parents look like? I need more info.
When a lady says that, she says it with a stare, with serial killer eyes. You know what I mean? Like you can see both the tops and the bottoms of the circles in her eyes. You know what I mean? They're just like, wide open serial killer.
She's a 32-year-old female. And he's a 34-year-old male.
Wait, 32?
Yeah, she's a 32.
Her biological clock isn't ticking.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
37, right?
I'm looking at the wrong question. She's a 37-year-old female.
All right, it's starting to tick a little bit. It's not super loud yet.
No,
but
it's like almost near the end for her.
Yeah. She does need to get a baby in her, but she's going about it in the wrong way.
Yeah,
she's getting way too
just
crazy.
go to a sperm bank if you want a baby that bad. Especially if you're admitting that you don't really want a relationship, you just want a baby.
Well, just fuck anyone.
Yeah, I would rather go with the fuck anyone route than a sperm bank because sperm banks lie to women, okay? There's already been documentaries that have come out about the fertility industry and how it's all fucking shady.
It doesn't matter. She just wants a kid.
Yes, but
you
they
don't want a creepy doctor baby.
Yeah, right. You don't want a creepy doctor baby. You also don't want whoever is fucking jerking off in those Dixie cups in the strip mall clinic.
Especially if you get a baby that it's supposed to be really smart and cute and everything, Right,
but here's the thing: is women go in there, and we already knew that these doctors lied to women because they're like, here's the list of donors we have. One guy is an Olympic gold medalist. The other guy is a brain surgeon. This other guy here, he played in the NFL, and we got all these guys to jerk off in a Dixie cup for $75 next to the Dairy Queen in this clinic. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. This was a crazy homeless guy who had BPD.
I don't know what to say to that. I think she should still go to the sperm bank. Or did she at least freeze your eggs like I did at a certain... I don't know.
Prepare.
No, that costs too much
So this
money.
guy's asking,
Just
should I
fucking
tell her
normal.
that I'm snipped, or he's going to just keep pretending to put babies in her?
He said...
gonna murder
Okay,
you.
but this is the thing. I think this is what bugging her. It's like, I think he wanted a relationship first, and then maybe he would have reversed it. Because he said he's not opposed to not having kids.
Well, right, you can reverse these things, dude. So she needs to be none the wiser. If you decide you really want kids with her, you just go, I don't know. I guess your cycles and ovulation, and I don't know. Maybe my swimmers are bad. And then you sneak off to the old snip clinic, and you're like, tie them back up, boys. Fuse them back together, And then you get your swimmers going again, and you put a baby in her. That's what you would do if you wanted a baby with her. But she's fucking weird, bro, and you know she's weird.
Well,
the things she said to you are weird, and you know it.
And I think he's feeling guilty that he didn't tell her that she was snipped or vaccinated or I don't know.
That's right. They told you the booster would keep you from getting COVID. Now it keeps you from conceiving. All right? Don't trust it. Don't trust that fucking vaccine.
What's it called? Not vaccinated. It's called, what is it called?
Vasectomy.
Vasectomy. That's it.
I like vaccinated better. That's way more topical.
Listen, the vaccines are real, but the vasectomies are fake. I'm a vasectomy truther. Vasectomies are fake. Why am I still here? My dad said he got a vasectomy years before I was born.
No, but I what I'm saying is I feel like he didn't need to tell her then, and it's like it's not like she told him the only reason we're sleeping right now is so I can try and get pregnant. She didn't say that. She just says, he thought that they were just kind of having a crazy week.
Because no one goes, let's have a one night stand so I can get pregnant. If you do, it's like a different kind of thing.
And so he's ready to get involved with a relationship mode, even though it's long distance. Why are people trying to get in a relationship if it's long distance?
With psychos, with BPD psychos. All of them. They're not driving. You're not driving 7 hours to see somebody good. You're driving 7 hours to see somebody you shouldn't drive 7 minutes to see.
Now,
what are you
this
doing?
person, the last question, he drove 7 hours.
How
This
long
person
this guy?
flew.
Dude, it's even worse. That's even he's getting on a plane to probably get
Wait.
murdered in his sleep. Kathy
Wait,
Bates style.
so he's rich?
No, I don't know.
Go.
I don't know.
If you can afford a flight just to get some pussy,
to
yeah,
his
you're rich.
hometown to
Okay.
say hi to his family. So his family still lives there.
Bro, I'm just saying, if you're getting frequent flyer miles every time you get it wet, yeah, you got some money in the bank, dude. Either that or you're going into ridiculous amounts of debt for very bad reasons, which it's Reddit, so that could be possible.
I don't know. What do you think, Paul?
I think that she should have just said she wanted to get pregnant. It wouldn't have been as hot, but he would have at least been cross with it. He wouldn't have done it. So I can't blame him for sleeping with her. put a baby in me, and then they laughed. It's not like he knew what was going on.
Yeah. Do you think he would have slept with her even if she did say, "I'm only sleeping with you to"?
Depends how turned on he was.
Oh fuck yeah, he would have done
like,
it.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, by the way, my sperm doesn't work.
He knows he sniffed. Of course he would have done it. He'd have been like condom schmondom. Who needs that?
You
I'm
can
putting a
still
baby
get
in you.
pregnant though.
Yeah, but it's one of those struck by lightning kind of situations. Like it's not common. If you got a vasectomy, you're swimmers. Otherwise, guys wouldn't get them. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, go ahead and snip around in my balls to give me a 40% chance of getting someone pregnant. Nah. He would have been fine. I don't know what the hell his holdup is. It's like, dude, you can't tell her. She's gonna go crazy. Just be like, just either break it off now, or you gotta be like, yeah, I don't know what happened. I guess the eggs just ain't working. Guess the sperm just ain't working. Something's wrong. Maybe it's because I'm an Aquarius. Blame it on fucking astrology. Women, that's QAnon for women, dude. And she's a crazy chick. She's a crazy athletic.
Oh, she's into it.
Mm-hmm,
I don't know if
she knows every the sign of every dude she's even hooked up with.
The moon sign. It goes deep.
Oh, it's a leap year. Oh, Mercury's in retrograde, whatever the fuck that means. She knows what it means.
I don't know if she's like that crazy. It's just like
I do.
I do.
I do.
No, I do. I feel like, especially women get to a certain age and they just won't deal with stuff anymore. They're like, they'll ask about your finances right away. They'll ask about like why there was a divorce. They'll ask about they'll state like, I want a kid. I'm gonna get married. Like they'll just say all that on the first date.
Yeah.
But
you know what that sounds like to me? Crazy. Sound a little crazy.
You're crazy.
Sound a little crazy. Sound a little BPD. Sound a little crazy.
And if the guy is horny enough for you, they will abide by all your rules
Yes.
that you want.
Yes.
You know.
Some of us don't mind crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, she doesn't blink much, but you know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's not blinking and not blinking that turns me on, so I could go either way.
I just don't know why she wasn't more clear of like, hey, can we just hook up? I just want a kid. Like, I feel like she's...
Keep it real.
Yeah, just keep it real. Like, why is she trying to like just be like, oh, darn.
The BPD.
I don't know.
That goddamn BPD.
It's definitely BPD.
As much as I was convinced it wasn't real for that first question, I don't know if this is like some kind of therapy propaganda, if this is a false flag operation, this question, but it's convincing me more and more. This lady needs medication. Prozac, hug, something.
I don't know. Do you want to...
Amethyst crystals, anything that'll work.
Is there any final advice for this person?
Oh, before final advice, Matt on YouTube says, I still used a condom. They still pee on the stick. Yeah, I mean, it's you got to be safe. Dude.
Yeah.
You got to be safe.
Yeah. I don't know. His main question is like, am I the asshole for not telling her about my procedure and I can't give her a baby? ?
I mean, dude, you know how weird it would be on a first... You know how weird... You would be the weirdo that she is, the male version of it, if every first date you would be like, oh, how's the dessert? By the way, I'm snipped, you know? It's like, bro, what the fuck? I mean, what are we doing here?
I don't know. Especially, they slept together on the first night. I would be mad if I'm starting a relationship and he's like keeping... the facts that he hasn't been snipped, and it's like we're like a weekend to like all these dinner dates. Like, tell me,
I think it's okay for a month. I'm still on its side for a month. You know,
no,
You get a
she's
month
37.
pass.
She needs to know within the first 3 dates if he wants to have kids or not.
You know, I'll negotiate. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I can't go any lower. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and I'll sign a contract. I'll shake on it right now. Any vaccinated. Now you got me saying vaccinated. Any vasectomy dude has to tell the lady within 2 weeks if she's over 35. That's what I say.
I say, once again, just stop. You're a bitch.
Wait, she's the bitch or he's a bitch?
They're all
He's a bitch.
bitches.
He's a bitch.
But him.
Everyone's a bitch.
The story.
This is bitch on bitch crime.
Yeah, this woman who ignored him for 20 years, now all of a sudden he's about to get reverse surgery because she blinked at him.
I mean, dude, this is bitch times bitch. This is bitch with one of those little twos in the corner. You know what I mean?
Sky tube.
Yeah, one of the sky twos. That's a whole lot of bitch. That's a bitch times bitch. Bitch to the bitch in power. That's right.
The bitch in power.
All right.
BPD.
I'm done.
I think we answered that one perfectly. Let's take our next question from the wild animals on Reddit. If you guys got questions to write them to twistedcupidpodcast@gmail.com, or even better, like and subscribe on YouTube. Watch us live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Give us your comments. Give us your questions live in the chat. We're going to take our next one from the Wild Animals on Reddit.
I think my husband is cheating on me again.
Oh my God.
And you're probably
Fucking
right.
Christ.
Stop, just stop.
Why did you bang a Sagittarius? You know they're not good for you.
My husband is a 34-year-old male, and I'm a 32-year-old female. We have been married for 8 years, but we have been having the same issues for years. If I grab his phone or hold on to his phone, he will literally grab for it, or you can see the panic in his eyes when I hold it.
I just pictured a Bugs Bunny cartoon. I pictured his eyes popping out of his head and the sound going, oh, and he's just diving for the damn thing.
7 years ago, he was having an affair with our marriage. He was having an affair, and our marriage nearly ended.
You said with our marriage? I pictured with our marriage counselor. I was like, bro, he's going for the record here. This guy. Wow.
We were also in bad financial situations, but he asked for another chance. It was beyond heartbreaking because he had told me originally she was a family friend. But at that period of our marriage, was going through a lot of stuff, and I decided to try again. Anyway, shift to the last few years, we have been going through a lot financially again, and I have begun to take on financial load. I started working, and it's been hard it's been hard but doable. To the matter of that hand, a few months now, his intense privacy over his phone has been bugging me. Every time I ask why, he tells me that we have other issues on hand and that we have to talk about that more, and that's more important to talk about than looking at his phones, looking at the callous and causing more issues. When I did look through his phone months ago, I saw him talking to female friends. They called him baby, and he helped them pick out outfits.
Oh, shit, dude. I don't even let my wife pick out outfits. We've been together for like 8 years.
He said it was innocent. I let it go. Before we could both unlock each other's phones with our Face ID, but he changed it, and he changed his passcode. I asked him why. He said he just forgot about it. And he said also, wait. He changed his passcode. I asked, I'm bombing with this question.
Yo, this is like some high school shit.
Sorry. I asked him why. He said he forgot about it, and and he also changed his wallpaper, which used to be our family picture of me and the kids. I kept asking him for months to change it back. He told me that he was too busy, and that it kept slipping his mind. Then, after a particular long fight, I told him that this was becoming a hard topic for me, and I was ready to walk away if he didn't change it back. He told me I can walk away if I chose to. But then I let it go, and I decided to just ignore it. Then he switched it up, changed his wallpaper to me and the kids, and gave me his password, but didn't put his Face ID back. My heart told me that I should simply just switch the passcode after telling me that I was too chicken shit to check. A few days ago, while driving, his phone rang and cut off immediately. It was a female's name that showed up. Then immediately sent him a WhatsApp message. He said it was a family friend. Again, I have never heard about this family friend. Yesterday,
he's not even smart enough to say cousin. He's just bad at this. And
yesterday,
oh
he's so dumb.
Yesterday,
but she's dumber for falling for it. Like they're made for each other.
Yesterday,
they have the dumbest kids. The two dumbest people on the planet just breed it. This is terrible.
Yesterday, something finally made me check, and it turns out I was right. Even though he had the wallpaper back, he had changed his passcode on. Me. The past few months have been me growing emotionally colder to him due to the situation that I have no objective people around me. So I'm asking, would I be wrong if I started to emotionally separate myself from my husband, or is this issue isn't really a big deal as it is to
God
me?
Damn.
Give me some perspective. We have 2 kids, by the way. That's what she said. I'm like, some
Christ.
people just
That's not the
don't
end.
ever get a clue.
We have 2 kids, BTW.
Yeah.
Just throws that in at the end.
That's at the end. Woo. Oh, God. Sorry.
Like, dude, I love how bad this guy is at cheating, but how successful he's been with it. You know what I mean? This would be like if Wile E. Coyote caught the Roadrunner every fucking episode.
Well,
it is.
That's why I chose this, because it's like, it's obvious, and she is just choosing and choosing and choosing to like look the other way, and it's just like, that's what bugs me about it, and he just keeps doing it and doing it and doing it.
It takes 30 seconds to change your wallpaper. If my wallpaper is my wife and son. If I was out there cheating and pretending I didn't have a wife and son, you know what I'd do? I'd hang on, settings, background. So, I'm single again. Oh, wait a minute, I'm walking through the front door. Before I let these keys jingle, jangle on the door, I'm in a 30-second setting background, and my wife and kid are back. That's how quick he can do that one little cheating cover-up. He's not doing it, and she's still letting it slide.
What I'm about to say, this is not a joke. I actually think she might have BPD.
Yeah. It could be.
It's not a joke.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you laughing, Jake?
PPD. Oh,
PPP.
BPD.
We swore up and down it wasn't real. The entire first question and all the second 2 questions have convinced us.
Proving it.
Not only is it real, it's a goddamn epidemic.
No, but I like with this disorder, it's only on the girl side. You're like, she.
I mean, he has his own problem.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's BPDs and cheating dudes.
Yeah, he's a bad guy, and she is delusional.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's BPDs, but she's 100% delusional.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. She said it was another family
What's
friend.
sad is
another family friend.
Do you
Another
know
one.
any girls like that? Unfortunately, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel like.
Oh, they're everywhere.
I mean, I know dudes like this. You know what I mean?
An
Like,
epidemic.
there's that person who's just sort of so invested that I can't accept that I'm being wrong, ripped off, whatever it is. Even like in a non-relationship sense, those people that get scammed. You know what I mean? It's sort of like you can scam them for a little bit, and oh no, I just need a little bit more money, and I can make the whole investment turn around.
yeah.
And you can't accept.
Oh, yeah.
It's that old saying. It's very easy to lie to somebody. It's very hard to convince somebody they've been lied to. So she has been lied to by this guy who's done a bad job at it. He's easily convinced her, even though he hasn't done a good job of lying. But convincing herself that she's been lied to, even under all of this mountain of evidence, it's next to impossible for this woman.
No, you go.
I always have to
go.
ask this. Like, can you guys all describe them for me? I'm a very visual person. What do they look like to you? Go.
I keep thinking they look hot. Like, I just think everyone looks
More
hot.
specific, please.
Okay.
What kind of hot? There's
He's
so
from
many
the
kinds.
Bronx. He's from the Bronx. He wears Air Force Ones, a big puffy
She
coat.
has he's a boxer. She has a friend. She has a sister
Yeah.
named Janice.
What
And
race?
I'm gonna go white.
Honestly,
I was thinking more like Dominican.
Oh, really?
Well, all my
I
Dominican
was
friends
actually
used to cheat.
picturing Bangladeshi for both. Listen, I'm going. I'm going crazy with this question.
North Korean.
This has Bronx Dominican written all
Did you
over
really?
it.
What do you picture?
I don't get it.
Wait, you
Hey,
haven't
wouldn't
answered this.
she-
What do you think they look like?
These people,
Yeah.
dumb, fat,
What race?
doesn't matter.
Okay, here's the thing.
It
I'm
doesn't
picturing,
even matter.
I'm picturing North Korean for the woman, South Korean for the dude. Here's why.
No way,
She'll put up with
no
anything
way,
to stay
no.
out of that gulag. You know what I mean? If she breaks up with him, she's getting shipped back across to Kim Jong-un land.
Oh my God.
He's Dominican because cheating's in the blood, and she's white because she has BPD and she just doesn't want to believe it. Shout out to all my homies, man. They know. It's a sport to them.
I'll let him get away with cheating,
They're my
but I'm not
brothers.
going to call him Poppy. It's weird.
Well, what I think is weird is that he just keeps saying that these girls are a part of the family friends, and I'm like,
Not even trying.
Dude,
You've
yet
been a part
another
of the
one.
I bet you his shoelaces aren't
Yeah,
tied
another
either.
one.
He
You've
doesn't
been a
even
part of
bother
the
tying his
family
laces.
friend.
It's a family friend.
And you've
I'm
been
not
part-
changing my wallpaper. He's lazy too.
He's
He's
not
lazy.
even making up a lie for who this person is, really. You know what I mean? Do you know how much easier it is to just say cousin? You know what I mean? Like, that's right up there with switching your background when you go out to
but
cheat and then switching
she's
your
been
back.
a
Like,
part
it's
of the
very
family
easy.
for 8 years now. Like
A
I
family
remember
friend.
the first.
How do you know her? Like, make up a backstory.
Oh, they must be old. No one's that bad at technology.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
No, he's a 34-year-old male. She's a 32-year-old female.
Okay,
Yeah.
the Appalachia. Appalachia.
Even there, like I feel like if you're that bad with technology, you're just not switching your background in the first place. You know what I mean? Like he's not switching it away from the family. He's just leaving it on whatever the factory setting is. So it's not. He's just got the ocean or whatever the fuck Tim Cook put on there.
Tim Cook.
Yeah.
He picks the worst ones.
He does.
I thought you were supposed to be smart. Ocean,
dude.
It's like not good.
I would rather have Tim
Just
Cook's
stop.
dick pic on there than that stupid ocean again. Actually, I left it the ocean.
Hypocrite.
Yeah. He's looking at a computer right now. It's this stupid thing that kind of looks like
so many oceans.
It kind of looks like space, but a mountains. But it's too bad at graphic to tell what it is.
It's so bad. It's so bad. That's how bad it is. 1995.
Yeah, dude. We might as well say Windows 92 on that fucking thing.
Wait, did something happen to the
That's
computer?
terrible. It's ugly.
Oh, that's my computer.
She's trashing his background.
No, it's not your fault. It's Tim Cook's fault. No,
Hetty, look at my background.
Oh my God!
I got the ocean.
The lack of originality it blows my mind.
I
And
like the ocean.
how come your family's not on there, Jake?
Huh?
How come it's water?
Well, watch this. Huh? Boom. Screen lock is the family. Wait, no, that's the music I'm playing.
Where's the family picture?
It's him.
They turned out,
Jake.
Madam.
You say kids BTW a lot? This might be you that wrote that.
Madam, we tracked the source from the question, and the question is coming from inside the apartment.
Yeah, it's from inside the house.
What's it called? Like a Freudian slip.
I still don't see a family photo.
It's because I got Spotify on, so it's showing Spotify on.
okay.
Let me lock it again. Let me get it.
Oh my
Bam!
God!
Look, it's her with the baby. Look at that. You see how easy that was to get away with cheating, guy in the question.
He just changed
that
it
took
in
me
10
30
If he
seconds.
could do it, anyone could do it.
Yeah, look at me. I have the ocean background, and I still got away with cheating. That's
Also-
how easy it can be done.
Also, do you in the question she goes, there was one time I was so mad I just decided to walk away, and he goes, okay, sure. And then she goes, but then I decided to stay. And I'm like, if someone's just like letting you walk away, it's over.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
over.
Now, I love how you put the little accent for her. There's
Your
personality.
accent.
What?
What was
I
her
don't know. I don't know what I
The
did.
cadence changed. I can't describe
Oh,
it.
wow.
You're a good character actor.
I'm picturing they both have Scandinavian accents. You know what I mean? One's name's York and the other name's Fjorken. What's going on there?
I feel like the Scandinavians are smarter.
Not the ones way up in the mountains. Those are the ones that don't ever make it on vacation to Midtown. You know?
Oh, okay.
It's just like, you've got that new phone device and it doesn't have our family on it anymore. You're fucking somebody in another yurt, aren't you? It's like a whole thing.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't
Just
know.
stop.
I feel like she needs to.
Yes, final
She
advice.
needs to get her groove back and go with someone else, even 2 kids or no 2 kids. Like,
Yeah. Oh, before you do final
Oh, yeah,
advice,
yeah. Oh,
Matt
yeah.
on YouTube says, so I stole some diapers and got a pool repair company, and my neighbor said there was a lot of urine in the pool, so we called it even, but I got the phone. Fuck yeah, dude. I love a good victory story. Joel on YouTube says, cut him some slack. He's trying to help out a friend from school. The friend is a 37-year-old gym instructor that wants a baby. Yeah, right. I mean, not all heroes wear capes,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I don't know.
Any final advice for this this lady?
She has her own tattoo gun.
She has her own tattoo gun. Oh, is that a comment?
Yeah.
Well-
yeah. Matt on YouTube says she's got her own tattoo gun. Yeah, this could be. You think it's a tattoo artist? This lady? I don't know. I think
She's
that's what Matt's-
Dominican.
Oh, no, I
there we
mean,
go,
he
there we
is,
go.
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about her.
Well, okay, so this is the whole sad thing about it. The very last thing is like, she says,
We met in my tattoo parlor. I was covering up some chick's name.
what
That
she's
seemed
asking.
to be covering up another chick's name. Sorry.
No, what she's asking is, she goes,
That's a good name for a tattoo parlor, the cover up.
would I be wrong if I started to emotionally separate myself from my husband? Or is this issue just isn't really that big of a deal? Give me some perspective. So she's not even like saying,
All right.
I'm divorcing him. She wants to be like, I'm just kind of emotionally pushing him away. Is that okay? I'm like, grow a fucking backbone.
She is emotionally distancing herself. She just doesn't want to admit that.
Okay.
BPD. It's gotta
Yeah.
be. It's gotta be. She's saying, should I be doing what I'm doing? I'm probably wrong.
Yeah.
That's like, she's like having a conversation with herself.
Right. Yeah.
Am I 100% right that he's still cheating and I caught him? Nah, you're wrong,
That's
lady.
a disorder. That's a disorder.
That's the
That's right.
BPB, the two voices.
Yeah.
That's right. The one personality knows it's being cheated on. The other personality's too dumb or lazy to leave. That's
Yeah,
what's going
it's
on.
when you don't want to believe something. You
I have a
your
question.
Other personality.
Are you guys ever like afraid? I know this is being paranoid that they're gonna like find us, like watch this and like find us,
Who?
and like stab us.
I mean, we do need more followers.
people
If
from
you
the
could
question.
like and subscribe, that'd be great.
I thought you were talking about the people that made the Moderna vaccine because I was talking shit about them. Yeah, honestly, people out there with the questions, before you kill us, like and subscribe. That's all we ask. You know what I mean?
Class.
Our last
No,
words
like,
are like
what
and
if someone
subscribe.
who wrote this?
Be a sports person about it.
What if someone who wrote this like watches this?
I'm sure they got a good sense of humor. I have,
No, but
I have no
I
doubt in
don't
their
think
sense of
they
You,
Yeah,
have to
honestly.
you have to understand things to have humor.
humor. Honestly,
You gotta get
do.
stuff.
You need a brain.
Yeah.
I'm just pretending to be a tough guy. We've been doing this
I don't
podcast
get
for
it,
years.
though.
I have nightmares about that on a weekly basis. I wake up in cold sweats thinking that a psycho from Reddit is stabbing me because I talked shit about him and said he had a little dick. I think that's going to happen almost weekly in my sleep.
Wait, what is this called? I don't know the technical term in Reddit. What the categories? BPD? Like what's the category?
BPD.
I think it's r/BPD.
well, I made
R slash.
We got to start that as a
I
category.
made a category for today. I just made up a category for all the theme of the for the podcast today was rules are meant to be broken.
Right, but
So
which one did you get it from in
Oh.
Reddit? Which,
So that's what
it's
BPD
dating
is?
advice. It's dating
dating
advice.
advice. Yeah, we usually
Yeah, I
do
get all the questions
r/dating advice.
from
Yeah.
dating advice. Yeah. So people are asking
Yeah,
advice
they're
about their
real.
relationships.
Yeah. These are real. These are real. We actually.
I mean, I don't know if the
we had one
people
of the
are real. It
podcasts
might be
last
AI,
week
but
where somebody wrote a news article about one of the questions we had last
Yeah.
week. Like, it was some guy got so much just traction that it was,
Is he gonna kill us?
yeah, probably. He's going to kill. Not only is he going to kill the people that were on the podcast
Well,
that week, he's going to kill the guests the next week.
we
So you're in
didn't
trouble.
give, like-
You're in trouble.
Bring it on, Cook.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm going out like a boss.
Yeah, bring it on, you Cook.
You're murdering these.
You don't even tie your
podcast
shoes
hosts.
or change your
Yeah.
wallpaper. Yeah, come on.
While you're murdering these podcasters, your wife's getting dick down, buddy.
Yeah.
I hope you kill us
Yeah,
slow.
why don't you reverse your what is this? I almost said C-section.
The whole time we're screaming, your the whole time
Reverse
we're screaming, your
C-section.
wife is moaning. I want you to know that right now. She's
Do you
not
feel the
fucking
same
around.
way
what
as these guys?
about what?
Like, just bring it on. Do you want him to bring it on?
Who? What?
The people from the question.
Oh, sorry.
Space out.
Sometimes when they go
Are you
crazy,
scared
I
of these
just
people?
I just
Yeah.
ignore them.
Are you scared of these people?
Yeah, we're gonna be murdered. We're gonna be murdered by the.
You're not getting home safely tonight. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't
This
mean-
guy's gonna break in and kill the three of us, and Amy's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing here?" You know what I mean? Like she's gonna have no idea why we're.
I'll
being
finally
murdered.
be like, finally, I'm famous.
I'm gonna get on a Netflix doc. I love serial killer talks. This is great.
Finally, someone noticed me. I've been trying.
That's how you know. That's how you know you made it.
I know.
Our tombstones are gonna be right next to each other. Like/subscribe. It's gonna be chiseled into both of them.
That's
Fuck yeah,
that's
dude.
a commitment to the art.
It's called
Yes.
dying on your fucking horse.
Yeah.
That's right.
Any final advice for anyone besides a death sentence? I don't know.
Yeah, my final advice is please don't kill us. We was only joshing. You
Yeah,
know?
kill yourself.
Yeah, kill yourself, not us. Come on. We're innocent podcasters. We got stuff to live for. You're on Reddit. So,
Yeah, kill yourself.
Yeah, it's
no
over
murder
for you.
suicide though. Leave
Yeah.
your kids alone.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Just take care of yourself.
Yeah. Be a
It's called
gentleman.
self-help.
Be a gentleman.
Blame
you
it
know?
on BPD.
Only tie a rope for one. That's what I say. Anyway, next question on the Twisted Cupid podcast. People, if you've got questions to write them to twistedcupidpodcast@gmail.com. Remember not to murder us. We're only joking around with you. Also, ask your questions live right here in the chat every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to take our last question.
Yeah.
From the wild animals on Reddit, who we love and don't want us to we don't want them to murder us.
This is a pretty short one, but I feel like it's cut and dry. or
Still a
whatever.
half a page.
Yeah, I know. So I also listen. I blow it up. I blow it up to like 19-point font.
She got old lady eyes. Yeah.
All right.
Half a page for hers, 2 tweets.
I broke up with my boyfriend without discussing it after he made me choose between him or my dog. I'm a 26-year-old female. Got my dog, Kara, 4 years ago. My neighbor at the time was who lived in my old building, was giving her away because he couldn't take care of her anymore.
Kara. Any lady whose dog has a person name is not fucking giving that dog up for some dick. It's not happening.
Well, the guy that gave the dog was 84 years old. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, dudes to give us some dogs for pussy. That's different.
Okay. He couldn't take care of the dog anymore. I took a chance, and she is now my best friend and fur child. I started dating Colin, a 29-year-old male, 2 months ago, and it's been pretty great. We have similar tastes and things. He's a nice and funny, etc. When I told him about Kara, he said he loves animals. Colin's been at my house every week and has always been nice, but not super comfortable with her. He'd make some comments like, "Wow, she's a shedder," or
"Oh, shedder." I think she said shedder. I'm like, well, I mentioned it.
Why is
too,
your dog
you know what I
pooping
mean?
so much? I mean, come on. She already pooped today.
Don't you ever take her for walks? Don't she in the backyard? Why is it such a shitter? What's it doing out here?
or she's got a big bark, but then pet her and smile. He asked for not to be in my bed while he asked for the dog not to be in my bed while he was there, but I thought that was reasonable. Last week, Kara jumped on the couch to cuddle and got fur on his clothes. He flipped out and told me
what a bitch!
He couldn't do this, and if I wanted a future with him, it couldn't include her. I got a box
for getting fur on his clothes.
Yeah, he flipped out and he said if he wanted a future with her, it couldn't include her, Kara, the fur baby. So I got a box.
Bro, if it was Spot or something, you might have a chance, but not Kara. Like, this lady thinks it's a baby.
Packed up everything he had at my house and calmly told him to close the gate on his way out. He started yelling that
Don't let the gate hit you in your ass on your way out there.
He started yelling that I'm immature for not even discussing it. And I told him, one, I will never pick anyone over my dog.
God.
And
Good for
two,
you, lady.
I don't do ultimatums.
Good for you.
When I told my parents and mutual friends what happened, most told me that he was out of line for asking me to choose. But I could have at least had a rational discussion about it. I thought that after he gave me an ultimatum after 2 months and then screamed at me, rationally had already flown out the window. But I don't have a lot of experience with relationships, so maybe I could have done it in a better way.
No.
Oh my gosh, she doesn't have BPD.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
she's
Finally.
safe.
I love
She's 26.
this girl.
I feel we have to help her.
Turns out
She's
it's a
only
lie
20
after all this BPD thing.
She's 26.
She doesn't
and
have it.
She's like already feeling guilty. So I have a lot to say about this guy.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
guy's a dick.
Yeah.
This guy
He's
sucks.
an absolute dick. First of all, give somebody an ultimatum for their pet after 2 months and you yelled at her. Good
For getting
her.
fur on your clothes.
Good for absolutely her. No, you don't get a conversation after you give an ultimatum and
No.
yell.
Yeah.
That's the energy now.
Yeah.
That dog would have had to do something heinous. It would have had to have eaten his work laptop. It would have had to be something
Yeah,
fucking
even
crazy.
still.
You know,
No.
it would
Even
have to have been
still.
something nuts.
You'd have to
Bite your dick off.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
snip. A doggy snip.
Linda, I've got no dick because of Kara. She ate my dick. Your
okay.
poodle ate my cock off.
And Kara's gotta go.
I gotta get a strap on, even though I used to have a real one. Huh.
No, I mean, I basically chose this one
It's like having a fake breast. I get it. Fake breast.
for lightning round for final advice.
I gotta have a prosthetic cock. I'm not even a war veteran. This is bullshit.
Because I chose because I felt this was so cut and dry that if anyone tried to even side with the boyfriend, you're a Nazi.
No.
Okay, I'm just,
No, even Hitler loved dogs. Are you kidding me?
I'm thinking about.
That
I'm
was
thinking.
just
I
one
think
redeeming
I'm gonna
quality.
call PETA. They need to know that he exists.
Oh yeah.
This is
Yeah.
like
Those guys go hard.
anti-animal rights.
Yeah.
Violent.
Yeah. No, even Adolf Hitler himself would be like, "Oh, come on,
Oh
dude!
my,
It just got hurt on
Putin,
your,
Putin loves dogs.
I mean, yeah, even if it was Dolce & Gabbana, you have to fucking, you can get a roller, get a fucking roller. I just,
I
you
once
have,
did-
to,
I
you have
once-
to look nice, you have to look sharp, you have to look nice, but you can get a roller and it will be fine.
but I don't
I
know.
once
Like
stopped dating someone when I was much, much younger because they had 2 cats. but I didn't tell them that. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, why?
I didn't tell them that was the fucking
were you
BPD?
allergic?
issue with the cats.
Right.
It was like a month. I was like, yeah, that might be a problem in the future.
Well,
Yeah,
were you
cats.
allergic?
No.
Were
I
you
was
a bitch?
27 and I'm being a bitch. I was being a bitch.
But I like.
But
that
I
you
would
didn't-
never think to
That's right.
say that.
She had 2 cats because she had BPD, and you
So
were just
what
being a
did
bitch.
you
That's
tell
all.
her?
Yeah, yeah.
What did you tell her instead? It's not you, it's me.
I'm not ready for it. You know how they do.
Is that what you
You know
said?
how them- you know how those guys.
You said I'm not
I'm
really
a
in a
reformed
relationship.
fuckboy. You know that.
He said his last girlfriend's dog ate his dick, and then he fucking ran out the door.
That's such a bitch move to lie.
Yeah.
Just keep it real.
I don't
No,
know.
it was one. It was partly. It was one of the reasons. Not the only reason she had 3 cats.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it. I'm like, they're gonna be crawling over my head.
I will say to you,
No, I just don't. I don't know.
no, when
cats are
you go
great.
into it, when you go into a lady's house that has cats, and she doesn't take care of the place, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like the litter box is not like fresh. It smells like shit, piss, and rocks in there, and there's cat hair all over
Yeah.
everything. It's kind of a fucking like, ooh, I gotta, you know what I mean? Like, hey man, I'll hook up a couple times.
But she's
I
clean,
ain't- yeah.
right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know. There's a lot of
that's
shedding
good
going
point.
on.
That's a
Oh!
good point.
You know what? There's 2 sides to every story. I knew it.
Yes, and that is.
She
I like
might have
yes.
BPD after all.
Yes, it was. She's closeted BPD.
Yeah.
I like to point this out at least once a podcast. When in doubt, because of lack of detail, I err against the person writing questions. 2 reasons: A, it's Reddit and there are animals on here. B, if like this is a source by for it about them, it's their personal Fox News, their MSNBC, their North Korean state-run news. If they happen to inherit the entire country from their dad, so when they leave out important details, I have to think that it would hurt them if that detail was in there. Like, has this shedding issue came up before? How is her house kept? Do you keep it really clean? What kind of dog is it? Oh, I didn't hear what kind of dog it was. Did we hear that?
It was probably an illegal breed.
I was a fucking coyote.
Like nobody hates animals that much. I think she has the problem. she had a tiger. People have tigers. In Texas, it's out of control.
Listen, my tiger identifies as a dog. All right, it's Texas, motherfucker. This ain't New York.
She has a
This ain't San
tiger.
Francisco. I can
That's
have
not
a cat
okay.
here. My puppy's name is Tiger. And
That's
it's an actual
not
tiger.
cool. I feel so gullible. God.
She tricks you just like she tricked this poor young man in the question.
Do you have a question to share with us that you want to tell us? Because I feel like you have a crazy.
I need a question to share.
Well, I don't
or
know. I'm
ask.
just like. Well, I'm
like
thinking.
like a story. Like
I'm thinking you're
This
showing me
touched a
how
nerve.
gullible you are. I'm like, do you have a story?
Oh,
have a
I
weird
see.
pet
You're like
situation
reading
with
between
the
the
dude that happened?
lines.
And you
Okay.
want us to
Yeah.
give a, you
No,
want
that-
some
that was
guy
a-
have a tiger?
That was a
Did that
joke.
happen?
I'm very smart.
Imagine
She
God
wasn't
yeah.
allowed to
She
have
would
BPD.
not have fallen
No
for any of this
BPD here.
bullshit. Yeah.
She wasn't allowed to have it.
BPD is not for anyone that scored decent on the SATs. At
Duh.
all.
Dumb
Too
people
smart
have
for that bullshit.
only dumb people have BPD.
Fucking A right. Yeah.
It's not correlation. Correlation is causation.
Yeah. Low SAT scores, high BPD scores. That's how that fucking happens. Every time.
It's wild. It's science. It's statistics, mathematics.
Can you read silently with, and you have to move your mouth as you do it? Then you have BPD, probably. That's how
All
that
right.
goes.
What's your final advice?
Well, my final advice is keep doing what you're doing. You might have BPD. The dogs might be out of control. But even still, even the BPDs have the right to stand up for their dogs.
That's
all right?
true.
Yes.
And
That's true.
Yes.
So this
Yes.
is,
We believe in
I think
BPD
she made
rights
the
on
right
this show.
decision. Don't feel guilty about it. You should, you feel guilty like, oh, did I do the right thing? Yes, you did. And he has to come around if he wants to be.
Exactly.
People with BPD are almost as good as real people. That's what I say.
My final
Almost.
advice is I definitely think she's leaving a lot out of the story.
Tigers.
There
But
needs to be a part 2.
but yeah,
Chimpanzee.
she's probably like the new tiger lady
Yes.
king.
Yeah.
She's the tiger
She's
queen.
white.
She's probably the tiger queen that's
She's so
reigning
white.
in.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Everybody in that documentary was
and
white.
So
Colin-
white.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
Colin
white.
is
The
actually
whitest
Carol,
documentary
who he's accusing of
Carol Baskin?
killing.
You think this is Carol Baskin's boyfriend? You think Carol Baskin wrote the question?
No, I think she's the new tiger queen, and Colin is technically the Carol that the Tiger King hated.
Yeah.
And is doing all this stuff now. But anyways, I think there's a lot
Feed
of
this
things.
guy to your tigers.
However,
Yes.
however, I side with her because anything doing with pets you get, and they don't like your pet, you get away from them.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Before we continue, final advice. Joel on YouTube says Jake will maintain his innocence until after the Lions season is over. Fucking A right, go Lions! Yes! First playoff victory in over 30 years. Man on YouTube says she has one of them pot-bellied pigs. Yeah, I mean, it could be a pot-bellied pig.
Shed?
We don't know. No, I don't think they're really that hairy. But Joel...
They're supposed to be good luck. If you have a pig, you're supposed to have good luck.
Yeah, because you got breakfast in the morning. Joel on YouTube says...
That sounds like something some would be at PD.
I got BPD. That's why I carry a pig around a city.
And that's why I believe in it.
At Twisted
Big
Cuban
pig
Podcast.
decisions. I don't know.
Colin hates peanut butter. Kara does not hate it. Yeah, absolutely. Joel says, I'm down with BPD. Yeah, you know me. Who's down with BPD?
Yes, down with BPD.
You know what BPD?
This is a pro BPD podcast.
Yes, we are pro BPD. We are down with BPD. Yeah. Hetty, any final advice for this lady?
Yeah.
Get rid of your chimpanzee. Get rid of. It's not. No, it's out of control, guys. Just people be raising. Not.
Yep.
It was Connecticut. I don't know if you heard the story. There was
Yep.
some whatever. This like 26-year-old female, Carol. Yeah. This person had a chimpanzee. Like it.
Mauled
It bit the
someone's
lady's face off. She was on Oprah.
That was in
Yes.
that was in Miami, wasn't
No, it's right here.
Yeah.
Tri-state
In
New York?
area.
Yeah,
Connecticut.
somewhere. Yeah.
Connecticut.
Oh.
Either way, the state's not important. It's a dangerous animal no matter what part of the country it's in. It's not like, that's a Northwest chimpanzee. They're actually kind of cool.
The
That's-
California chimpanzees.
Yeah.
They're chill
Right.
because they're high.
But the Florida chimpanzees, they have BPD. So you can't fuck around with them. You know, they just go,
Connecticut.
they rip faces
Connecticut
off.
has cocaine.
Yeah.
So it's not good. So
Yeah. They're doing
so-
key bumps, ripping faces off.
Yeah.
Northeast
So,
fucking chimps.
how about this? I understand where you're coming from because baby chimpanzees are like so cute.
Right.
They're so
They look
so
like little people.
I understand, but you have to get rid of the chimpanzee because it will kill your. It will kill him.
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
My final advice: watch one of the oldest episodes of Tales from the Crypt ever, the one in black and white where the blind people feed the evil principal to the dog, put him in a jail surrounded by razor blades, starve the dog, and then have it start with his dick.
Wow, that's
Yes.
a reference.
Yes. Feed him to your dog. That's what I say. Or a tiger or chimp or whatever it is.
All right.
I'm on the tiger or chimp side. That's what I'm pro tiger and chimp. You know? Anyway, this has been an awesome podcast. Thank you so much to our guests. Thank you to... I can't always close with a good one. Let me just say that. Sometimes they just kind of peter out. I have to pee so bad. That's why I've been dancing so much. I like the music, but like this is getting ridiculous. Anyway, sometimes I bomb with the closing advice. It happens. Thank you so much to Hetty Ra. Thank you so much to Paul Dagliolo. Thank you especially to our listeners, especially everybody in the chat. Thank you to Joel. Thank you to Matt on YouTube. Until next week, like and subscribe. We're live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Until next time, later.